Hello, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, and welcome to the latest episode of your Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. With me, your host, Britsburgh, and speaking to you here in the UK. Well, guys, if you haven't yet done so, please hit that sub, ring that notification bell, and come and join the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate family. Well, you know what? There's a lot of rumors, isn't it? So it's the off season. It's always going to be the case. Rumors swirling around. Lots of things going on in the world of the NFL. It's a 365, 24/7 kind of league these days, isn't there? No rest for the wicked. Certainly not. Now, one of the latest rumors doing the rounds concerns Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. Yes, that man who has won two Super Bowl rings now. The same guy who has worked with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Juju Smith-Schuster, and has, for all intents and purposes, got absolute, wonders out of this Kansas City offense. A Kansas City offense that averages 29.2 points per game. An amount of points the Pittsburgh Steelers' woeful offense can only dream about under second-rate college coordinator Matt Canada. But there is a rumor going around that Bieniemy wants a lateral move away from the Chiefs so that he can prove himself. Bieniemy's feeling is that he is getting overlooked for head coaching jobs because of the fact that a lot of people attribute the Chiefs' offensive success solely to head coach Andy Reid and not to him. The feeling from Bieniemy's camp is that all the credit for the work that is done by the Chiefs offense, for the plays that is called, for the creativity that is shown, is given to Andy Reid solely and not to Bieniemy. And Bieniemy is feeling that this is a reason why he has been overlooked for a number of head coaching jobs. Therefore, he has said that he is interested in a lateral move away from the Chiefs in a bid to improve himself. That's what the latest rumor is coming out of Kansas City. This was something that was tweeted out by Blake Anthony. He said, "From my sources, Eric Bieniemy has told those close to him that he is looking for a move on from the Kansas City Chiefs to a lateral movement OC position to make a name for himself." Thoughts? Now, many people have now put two and two together and maybe got five, I don't know, but said that Bieniemy would be the perfect fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I know earlier in the offseason, the Steelers announced that they will be sticking with woefully inept offensive coordinator Matt Canada, despite the fact that the guy is absolutely useless, and decided that they would keep him. And I think probably that sort of puts it in front of the season of offensive struggles. However, this could be an opening that the Steelers front office weren't expecting when they made that announcement. Now, obviously, when they made that announcement, there was, in their opinion, no better candidates out there than Matt Canada. Perhaps they were just, I don't know, perhaps had blindfolds on or something. But Bieniemy could be a perfect offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, it's not too late for Mike Tomlin and Art Rooney to finally show some courage, finally show a bit of what's the word? A bit of, I don't know, moral fiber, and actually say to call Matt Canada into the office and say in Alan Sugar style over here or Donald Trump style over there, Matt Canada, you're fired. Because quite frankly, the guy is useless. He is absolutely hopeless as an offensive coordinator. He is too conservative. His schemes are boring. His schemes don't work. I mean, just look at the Super Bowl, for goodness sake. Look at what the Kansas City Chiefs, I know they've got Patrick Mahomes. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles. Look at what they were able to achieve in that offense. Something the Steelers offense can only dream about under offensive coordinator Matt Canada. Now, if Bieniemy came across to the Steelers, he would have all the perfect young weapons for him to work with and develop his offensive scheme and show that he really is the brains behind the operation in Kansas City. You look at the fact that the Steelers have Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, Pat Freiermuth, Kenny Pickett. They have a plethora of weapons that could certainly be exploited by someone of the talent of Eric Bieniemy. You know, the Steelers' offense averages around about 18 points per game. Kansas City's averages 29.2. Now, I know you've got to temper that with the fact that they've got Patrick Mahomes, probably the greatest quarterback in the NFL at this moment in time, and probably going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I think he will surpass Tom Brady eventually. But Bieniemy certainly has that offensive talent, that offensive creativity to bring something to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just hope that, if these reports are true, the Pittsburgh Steelers actually show some courage, actually show some vision and some future thinking and say, right, let's go get this guy. Let's pay him what he wants because there's no salary cap for coaches. Let's go and get Bieniemy because he is, God, I mean, it's like comparing a Ferrari with a family car, isn't it? It's just not even the same thing, is it? If you can get yourself a Ferrari or you can get yourself a I don't know, some really boring family car, you're going to get yourself a Ferrari. Now, keeping Matt Canada is like getting that little beat up old used car that just kind of chugs along and it doesn't do a great deal. Whereas getting Bieniemy would be like getting a Ferrari. And I think the Steelers really do need to get themselves a Ferrari if they're going to compete for any Super Bowls in the near future. And Bieniemy certainly is that Ferrari. And Pittsburgh is the perfect place for him to come. This team is capable, with a few right additions in the right place through this offseason, of competing for a Super Bowl, of getting into the playoffs, of really doing something with the weapons this offense has. For Travis Kelce, Reed Pat Freiermuth, our wide receivers are better than what the Kansas City Chiefs had last season. I would not swap George Pickens and Deontay Johnson for Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster. I would not swap Steven Sims for Sky Moore. At the end of the day, he's got the weapons here. Now, another possibility could be that with the Steelers, if the Steelers haven't got that courage, show a bit of cowardice, and don't want to fire Matt Canada, with the retirement of assistant head coach John Mitchell, it could be that they offer Bieniemy the assistant head coach's job and give him an oversight over the offense, make him a senior offensive coach. That could be another way around it if they haven't got the moral courage to go and fire the very hopeless Matt Canada. So that could be another option. Mitchell's now retired. Could it be that they go and offer Bieniemy assistant head coach, which in a way is a promotion, and senior offensive coach, and give him a real oversight of improving the offense? Bring him in over Canada's head. And obviously over all the other offensive coordinators, offensive coaches' head, bringing him over the top. The guy's got the resume. I mean, at the end of the day, if Matt Canada has a problem with that, Matt Canada's more stupid than he looks, because at the end of the day, this guy has won 2 Super Bowls. Matt Canada, what have you ever won? Nothing. You've probably not even won anything at a state fair. I mean, that's how bad you are. But, Eric Bieniemy, for me, if he becomes available, the Steelers have got to move heaven and earth to get him, because this guy is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to really improve your offense and make a substantial difference. Well, Steeler Nation, let me know what you think in the comments below of the Steelers possibly trying to get hold of Eric Bieniemy. I think it's a great option. And if we could get rid of Canada, all the better. Anyway, thanks for watching the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. I'm going to finish it as we always do. Here we go, Steelers. Come on.